Hi, everybody. I'm Elizabeth. Welcome back to my patio. This is my fourth COVID-19 yoga video. Glad you could join me today. Let's start in a comfortable seat. Rock a little bit from side to side. Let your hands rest on top of your knees. Bring your shoulders up with an inhale. And with an exhale, let the shoulders slide down your back. Bring your weight back into your sitting bones. And anchor there. Start to draw your breath lower into the lungs, letting your belly inflate and your ribs expand. Bring your hands together at heart center. Inhale deeply and bow toward your fingertips with your exhale. And find the intention to guide your practice today. Seal that intention to your heart. Take your hands back down to the knees and roll your shoulders back as you lift your chin and chest. Open your eyes, welcoming yourself and each other to your practice. Let's start on hands and knees, and we'll do a few cat and cow tilts. Bring your hands right below your shoulders, your knees right below your hips, and tuck your toes under for stability. With your inhale, take the tailbone up and the heart slightly forward, letting your lower back relax. With your exhale, tuck the hips, round your back, tuck your chin. Inhale to bring yourself forward again. And exhale to round. And just keep working back and forth like that at a speed that seems to be appropriate for you. If you like to, you can take a little extra time at either the top or the bottom of the gesture. Press out any tension you discover there. Take an extra breath. On your next inhale, come to a flat back. Turn the tops of your feet over and push back into a child's pose. Get a nice long stretch there in the sides. Look toward your hands and come up onto your fingertips, plugging your shoulder blades back. Walk your hands over to the right. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, bowing over your right knee. Walk yourself back to center. Reset your shoulders, and then take your hands over to the left. On your exhale, bowing over the left knee. Bring yourself back to center and back up onto hands and knees. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips, and push back for downward facing dog. Feel free to pedal out your heels or push your hips a little from side to side. Take some time to adjust your position on the mat. If you need to, you can move your hands or feet and decide where your home base is going to be for your practice. Look toward your hands and take a couple steps to walk up, forward bend. Inhale, long spine. Exhale and fold. Soften your knees and rise all the way up to standing. Reach your arms up overhead. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale again, circle the arms. Exhale and fold forward all the way down. Inhale, long spine. Exhale and bow. Soften your knees and step back, plank. Lower your knees, lower your chest between your hands, and then drop your belly, roll the shoulders back, and pick up into a little cobra pose, keeping your elbows back by your ribs. You shouldn't have any weight at all in your hands. You can pick them right up. Tuck your toes and push up first to your knees. Then straighten your legs, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Bend your right knee and push your left heel toward the floor. And on your next exhale, change sides. Soften both knees and walk back up, forward bend. Inhale, long spine. Exhale and bow. Soften your knees and rise all the way up. Reach your arms up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale and circle your arms high. Exhale and fold forward all the way down. Inhale for a long spine. Exhale and fold. Soften your knees. Step back with your left foot coming to a high lunge here. I'm going to use a pillow underneath my left knee to give myself a little extra padding. And then inhale to rise up for half crescent. On your exhale, sink a little bit into your hips. Relax your shoulders. Look up and lean back. Push a lot of weight into your back foot. Exhale and take the hands down. Straighten your left leg and then step forward, extending your left leg up behind you. On your exhale, bow. Lower your left foot. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold and send the right foot back. Using padding for your right knee if you like it, lower the right knee to the mat. Inhale to sweep up for half crescent. On your exhale, lower into the hips. Relax the shoulders, broaden your chest. Look up and lean back. Exhale the hands down. Straighten your right leg and step forward, lifting the right leg up behind you. Inhale here and exhale to fold in. Lower your right foot. Inhale, long back. Exhale and bow. Soften your knees and roll all the way up. Reach your arms up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Take your hands behind your hips and interlace them there, walking your feet about shoulder distance apart to start. Spread your toes wide and tuck your hips under. Firm the quads and start to straighten your arms and lift your chest. If you can't comfortably straighten your arms here, you can bend at the elbows, sliding the fingers apart a little bit to make it more comfortable. You can also use a strap or a towel between your hands. On your exhale, send your hips back and bow into a forward bend, lifting your hands up and overhead. Lean a little bit forward. Release your hands to the floor. Inhale, long back. Exhale, fold and step back, plank. You can lower down either with your knees on the floor or with straight legs all the way to your chest. Inhale to cobra, a little higher than the first one. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale up to your toes, extend your right leg up behind you. Exhale and step through to your high lunge, placing your right foot between your hands. Soften your left knee a little and rise up for full crescent. Sink into it a little bit into your hips, stretching into the psoas on the left. Bring the hands to the floor and return to downward dog. Inhale back to your toes, left leg up. Exhale, high lunge on the left, bringing the left foot right between your hands. Soften the right knee slightly and rise up for full crescent, left side. On your exhale, sink into it. Broaden the chest, look up. Take the hands back down and step back to downward dog. You can choose to stay here, take child's pose, or inhale for plank, exhale down. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward and walk up to forward bend. Inhale, long spine. Exhale and fold. With soft knees, roll all the way up. Reach your arms up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale again and circle the arms high. Exhale and fold back forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold, and step back, plank. Continue the exhale as you lower to your chest. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale back to your toes, extend the right leg up. Exhale and step through to your high lunge. Lower your left heel and rise up for warrior one. Draw the right shoulder back, anchor into the outer edge of your left foot. Try to lower so your right thigh is about parallel to the floor, and then pick up your chest. Look forward, open your left hip, open the left arm into warrior two. Keep the spine nice and long. Cartwheel the hands down and return to downward dog. Come back to your toes, left leg up. Exhale and step through to a high lunge here on the left. Drop the right heel flat and rise up to warrior one. If you notice you open a little bit, pull the left shoulder back, left hip back, find to come up out of it a little bit if you need that height to get the twist, and then sink back down. Look up, lean back. Look forward and open up into warrior two. Pulling the left hip underneath the shoulder, let the right hip open up. Bring the hands back down and return to downward facing dog. Stay here. Take child's pose or inhale for plank. Exhale down. Inhale cobra. And exhale downward facing dog. Look forward and walk up to forward bend. Inhale, long spine. Exhale and fold. Walk your feet out as wide as the mat. Lean forward a little bit, crossing your forearms. Let your head and neck dangle. You can bounce or sway a little bit to help you ease the chest toward your legs. If you prefer, you can release your arms. Just let them be limp. Don't want to use them to hold yourself up at all. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Lift your back, get nice and long, and then walk your hands over to the right. Inhale here. Exhale and bow in toward your right side. Pull the right shoulder a little closer to the hip, compressing the torso on the right, opening the torso on the left. Walk yourself back to center. Inhale, long spine. Take the hands over to the left, and then bow in on the left side. This time you compress the left shoulder toward the hip and open up here on the right. Walk yourself back to center. Bring the feet below your hips again, and with soft knees, roll all the way up. Reach up, and exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, circle the arms high. Exhale, and fold back down. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold and step back, plank. Continue the exhale as you lower down. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your inhale, come up to your toes, extend your right leg up. Exhale and step through, high lunge. Lower your left heel and rise up for warrior two. Open the left hip, take a little tuck, sink into the lunge, and then turn your gaze over your right hand. Take the hands down and return to downward dog. Come back to your toes, left leg up. Exhale, high lunge on your left. Drop the right heel and rise up for warrior two, left side. Again, open up the hip, little tuck in the belly. Sink into it. Make sure you're not pitching forward too much, but rather that you've got your spine nice and straight. Bring the hands back down and step back, downward dog. You can stay here. Take child's pose or inhale, plank. Exhale, down. Inhale for cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward and walk up, forward fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale and bow. With soft knees, roll all the way up. Reach your arms up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Bring the inner edges of your feet together, inner knees together, and drop into a little chair pose. Pull the low belly in, and keep your shoulders relatively stacked over your hips, hands at the heart. Twist to your right, and then lower your left elbow to the outside of your knee. Stack the palms and roll the right shoulder back. Inhale back into chair pose. On your exhale, twist to the left and lower the right elbow to the outside of the knee. Stack the palms, roll the shoulders back. Inhale back to center. Exhale, lower to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, lower to the left. And by now your quads are probably talking to you. Inhale, center. Hold. Extend the arms up. And then rise all the way up. Take a little back bend. Exhale, fold back down. Forward bend. Inhale, long back. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees and step back, plank. Lower to your chest. Inhale for cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to your toes, extend the right leg up. Exhale, high lunge. Using padding for your left knee if you like it, lower the left knee to the floor. Walk your right foot out to the edge of the mat and take your left hand wide. We're going to swing the right arm in a windmill. On the inhale, sweep forward, reach up. On the exhale, reach back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Two more. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Last one. Sweep forward. And exhale back. Bring your right hand back down below your chest. Flex your right ankle and then lower your right knee out to the side. And here you can lift and lower your hips a little bit or move around to find a more comfortable spot to rest for a few moments. We're going to start to open up into the right inner thigh, right outer hip. Keep a strong flex going in your right ankle so that you don't sickle it. And then bring that right knee back in. back into your low lunge and step back, downward dog. Inhale to the toes, left leg up. Exhale into a high lunge first. Then drop the right knee using padding if you like it. Take your left foot wide, right hand off to the side, and then we'll windmill the left arm. Inhale, sweep forward. Exhale, back. Inhale again, sweep the arm up. Exhale, back. Two more. Inhale, up. Last one. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. And then take your left hand down inside the foot. Right hand comes back below the shoulders. Flex into your left ankle strongly, and then send your left knee off to the side. So you roll onto the outer edge of your left foot. You keep that ankle nice and flexed. And again, you can lift and lower your hips, swivel around if you need to, until you get a good drop going in your left hip. Bring the left knee back up, walk back into your lunge, straighten the right leg, and push back, downward facing dog. You can stay here, take a child's pose, or inhale the plank, exhale down, inhale cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward and walk up, forward bend. Inhale, long spine. Exhale and fold. Soften the knees and rise all the way up. Reach your arms up, take a little back bend, and exhale, hands to your heart. We're going to do a little balance pose here, finding our little tree pose. If you prefer to balance holding onto the wall, you can just touch the wall with one hand. Otherwise, you can balance on your mat or you can balance on the floor, wherever you prefer to stand for a bit. Take your weight into the left foot first and then bring your right knee up. Hold on to the ankle and open the knee out to the right. Position your right foot to the inner thigh and push with your standing leg into the foot and push with your foot into the standing leg. Bring the hands to the heart. This is tree pose. You can take some ornamental arms if you like and extend them up. If you want to challenge the balance, look up. If you have the arms extended, bring the hands back to your heart, and then bring the knee forward and set that right foot down. If you prefer a less challenging variation, you can rest the foot on the ball of the calf below your knee rather than putting it up into the inner thigh. Same thing on the right. Bring the weight into the right side, pick the left knee up, open the knee out, and position the foot at the inner thigh. Push leg into foot and foot into leg. Mirror that pressure in your hands. And if you'd like to, you can extend your arms. And you have the option to look up. Bring the hands back down. Release the left knee and set your left foot to the floor. Shake your legs out a little bit and walk back to the top of your mat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale and fold back down. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold and step back, plank. Continue the exhale as you lower to your chest. Inhale for cobra and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale up to your toes, extend your right leg up. Exhale and step through, high lunge. Lower your left heel flat and then straighten your right leg. Inhale to lift your chest. And on your exhale, bow in towards your right shin. If this is too intense, you can modify by using blocks or anything you have to put under your hands Extend your spine forward, inhale, and exhale, bow back in. Inhale again, little lift. Exhale and fold. Look forward, bend your right knee, and return to downward dog. Inhale, back to your toes, left leg up. Exhale, high lunge. Drop the right heel flat and straighten your left leg. Inhale here to lengthen your spine. Exhale and fold a little. Put some pressure in the back foot. Inhale again, little lift. Exhale and fold. You can use blocks below your hands or anything else like books that you have to keep a little more height on your chest if you prefer. Inhale again, little pickup. Exhale and bow deeply. Look forward and bend your left knee. Return to downward dog. Stay here. Take a child's pose. Or inhale, plank. Exhale, down. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward and walk up, forward bend. Inhale, long spine. Exhale and fold. Soften your knees and rise up. Reach up, little back bend at the top. Exhale, hands to the heart. Circle your arms back up. Interlace your fingers and notice which thumb you've got on top. And then put some weight into your left foot. Lean over to your right. Anchoring into that left foot, keeping a nice soft knee, pick the right leg up and balance there on your left side. Bring yourself back to center. Change the lace of your fingers so the other thumb is on top and lean to your left. Putting some weight into your right knee, keeping it soft, extend your left leg off to the side. Bring yourself back to center, take a little back bend, and exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale and fold. Walk your feet out so they're a little wider than shoulder distance apart. Inhale here, long back. Exhale and fold. Walk your hands over to the right. Inhale again to lift. Exhale and bow in toward your right shin. Take a hold of your right ankle with your left hand or bring your left hand to the outside of the foot, wherever you prefer. And then take your right hand to the hip. Roll that right shoulder back and take your weight of your hips more to the right. Extend the right arm. Look down and come back to center. Inhale here. Walk your hands over to the left, and on your exhale, bow in toward that side. Take the right hand to the ankle or to the outside of the foot, whatever you prefer, and then extend the left side. Take the weight of your hips a little bit more to the left. Look down, come back to center. Inhale, long back. Exhale and fold. Walk your feet back below your hips, and with soft knees, rise back up to standing, reaching your arms up overhead. And exhale, hands to the heart. Bring the inner edges of your feet together, keeping the hands at the heart. Lift your heels up off the mat. Tuck the hips a little bit, and pick your heart up into your hands. You can either stay here or you can extend the arms. Lower your heels and pull the hands back to the heart. I'm going to demonstrate that from the side as well. Bringing the toes together, ankles together, a little tuck in the hips, bring some more strength into the legs, pick the heels up, pick them up a little higher than you did the first time, and then lift your heart up into your hands. You can stay here or you can extend the arms. Final option is to look up. Lower the hands and lower your heels. Take your feet about 4 inches apart, walking back to the top of your mat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale and fold forward all the way down. Inhale, long spine. Exhale and fold. Soften your knees and step back, plank. Lower all the way down. Inhale for cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to your toes, extend your right leg up. Exhale and step through, high lunge. Lower your left heel and straighten your right leg. Place your right hand in the middle of the shin to start and bring your left hand to the hip. Pull your right hip directly behind the heel and then open the left shoulder, twisting, and then extend your left arm up for a nice high triangle pose. Anchor firmly into your back foot. Look down, bend your right knee, and step back, downward dog. Come back to your toes, left leg up. Exhale to your high lunge. Lower the right heel flat, straighten the left leg, bring your left hand to the shin, right hand to the hip. Pull your left hip behind the heel, roll the right shoulder back, look up, and extend your right arm. Plug that left shoulder back so it stacks below your right. Look down, bend the left knee, come back into your lunge, and return to downward dog. Stay here, find child's pose or inhale to plank. Exhale down, inhale for cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward and walk up, forward bend. Inhale, little lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale to roll up. Reach up, little back bend at the top. And exhale, hands to your heart. We're going to do another little balance pose here. Take the weight into the left side first, bringing your weight into the left foot, soften the left knee, and then pull your right knee up to hip height. Take your left hand across the top of the leg, roll your right shoulder back, and turn to your right. Then extend your right arm back behind you. You can either flex your right ankle or you can point the toes, whichever is better for you. Bring yourself back to center and set the right foot down. Same thing on the other side. Bring the weight into your right foot, left knee up, cross the right hand over, and hold on to the outside of the left leg. Bring your left shoulder back and start to twist to your left. And then you extend your left arm back toward the wall behind you. Bring yourself back to center and set the left foot down. Shake the legs out and we'll resume the vinyasa. Come back to the top of your mat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale and fold back down. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold and step back, plank. Continue the exhale down to your chest. Inhale for cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to your toes, extend your right leg up. And on the exhale, bring your right knee below the chest, setting it down behind your right hand for pigeon. Lower your left knee and start to walk that knee back, letting your hips sink toward the floor. If your hips don't come all the way down, you can use a block if you like to have a block below your hip. Another option is to use something softer. In this case, I've got a pillow handy, so I can put a pillow right there below my hip. And then walk down to your elbows. Inhale here to lift your chest a little bit. And exhale to fold deeply. Keep your left toes tucked, so much so that it would be very easy to clear the floor if you just straighten that left knee. On your inhale, come up to your elbows. Walk the back knee forward a little bit. Straighten your left leg and step back to forearm plank. Pull the low belly in, anchoring into your elbows right below your shoulders. Walk your feet up for dolphin pose. Find to keep a little softness in your knees if you like. Walk back to forearm plank. Pull the belly in, and then walk up to high plank. Lift your hips and push back to downward facing dog. Inhale here to your toes, left leg up. Exhale and bring that knee below your chest, setting it down behind your left hand. Lower the right knee and start to walk the knee back, sinking your hips toward the floor. Use whatever kind of support is appropriate for you. Inhale, little lift in your chest. Exhale and walk down to your elbows. And you may find that the left side is tighter or looser than the right side. Keep your right toes tucked. Inhale again to pick up your chest. Exhale and bow deeply over your left knee. Bring yourself back up onto your elbows. Walk the right knee forward a little bit. And then tuck the right toes firmly, straighten your right leg, and step back into forearm plank. Make sure your elbows are right below your shoulders. And then walk your feet forward toward your elbows for dolphin pose. Keep your shoulders stacked right over the elbows. Find to bend the knees a little if you like. Walk back into forearm plank, and then up into high plank, and then lift to downward dog. Look forward and walk up, forward bend. Inhale, long spine. Exhale and fold. Soften your knees and rise up. Reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. We're going to come back into a balance. So for this one, you might like to hold on to the wall if you need a little assistance with your balance. And I'll do it just for demonstration purposes. Bring your weight into the left foot and pick that right knee up. You can either twist and cross this way again, holding onto the top of the leg, or you can hold onto your foot as you straighten the arm and straighten the leg. If you round and slump real low, you can bend the knee and hold on here, or you can use a strap around the bottom of your foot if you happen to have one. And then you have the option to twist to your right and extend your right arm back. Bend the right knee and come down out of the balance, maybe a little more gracefully than I did. And we'll try the same thing on the other side. Bring your weight into the right foot, pick the left knee up, and then if you choose to, you can hold on to the foot, or you can take your hand across just like we did before. Turn to your left, and then extend the left arm back. Untwist, bend your left knee, and come down out of the balance. Shake out your legs and walk back to the top of your mat. On your inhale, swing the arms high. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, long spine. Exhale and fold. Soften your knees and step back, plank. Lower to your chest. Inhale for cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale back to your toes, extend your right leg up behind you. On the exhale, step through, high lunge. Lower your left knee, walk your right foot out to the edge of the mat, bring your right hand down to the inside of the foot, flex your right ankle, and drop that right knee off to the right. You can use padding below your left knee if you like it. Inhale here, and walk down to your elbows. Bring your chest slightly forward. Then we're going to take a little rotation. Bring your left hand next to the heel and bring your right hand to the hip, rolling your right shoulder back and extend your right arm. So you want your left shoulder to be stacked right over the elbow. You have the option to stay here, or if you feel comfortable with it, you can pick up your back foot and bring it into your right hand. This gives a lovely stretch in the quad. If you want to intensify it, pull the heel closer. If you want to open your chest more, kick the foot into your hand. If you have a hold of the back foot, let it go. And bring yourself back up onto your hands. Right knee comes back up, under your chest, and then push back. Downward dog. Come up to your toes, left leg up. Exhale through your high lunge to start. And then using padding if you like it for your right knee. Lower the knee and walk the left foot out to the edge of the mat. Take your left hand down to the inside of the foot. Flex your left ankle and drop the knee over to your left. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale and walk down to your elbows. Sink into it here a little bit before you attempt the twist. You should have plenty of pressure in the back foot. Then if you'd like to take the twist, bring the weight over your right arm into the elbow and take the forearm parallel to the top of your mat, left hand to your hip, rolling that shoulder back, extend the left arm. And you can either stay here or you have the option, if you like, to pick up the right foot, bring it back into the hand. And then you can either kick into the hand to open the shoulder a little bit, or you can pull if you want a deeper quad stretch. Release the back foot, bring your left hand back down. Walk up to your hands and bring the left knee in, back to the low lunge, straighten your right leg and push back, downward facing dog. Stay here, take child's pose or inhale plank, exhale down, inhale to cobra, And exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward and walk up, forward bend. Inhale, long spine. Exhale and fold. Soften your knees and rise up. Reach up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale again, circle the arms high. Exhale and swan dive forward, all the way down. Inhale, long back. Exhale, fold, soften the knees, step back, plank. Lower all the way to your chest. Inhale for cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Come back up to your toes, right leg up. And then bring the right knee in for pigeon again, setting it down behind your right hand. Lower your left knee, using padding if you like it. Bring your right heel slightly forward so your shin is more parallel to the top of the mat. And then push this knee a little bit wider. Not quite as wide as it was when we were in the lizard variation, but still quite wide. Inhale here, and on your exhale, walk down to your elbows. Take your left hand over to your right knee, and your right hand off to the side. Roll that right shoulder back, and then extend your right arm up. Quite like the last pose. You have the option to pick up the back foot and take the foot into your hand, and you can either pull it in or you can kick. Let go of the back foot, bring the hands back to the floor, rise back up, and press back, downward dog. Come back up to your toes, left leg up, and then bring the left knee in for pigeon, setting it down behind your left hand. Drop the right knee using padding if you like it. Pull that left foot forward so the shin's a little more parallel to the top of your mat, and push the left knee a little bit more wide. Inhale here, and exhale to lower down. Take your right hand over toward the left knee, left hand to the side, roll the shoulder back, and then bring your left hand to the hip. If you like, you can extend the arm. And you also have the option to pick up the back foot, take it into the hand, and either pull it in all the way toward your hip, or to kick if you want to open the shoulder, open the chest a little more. Release the back foot, bring your hands back to the floor, press back up, drawing the right knee forward, and return to downward facing dog. Stay here, take child's pose, or inhale, plank, exhale, down, inhale, cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Look toward your hands and walk back up, forward bend. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale and fold. Soften the knees and rise up. Reach up, little back bend. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale again and circle the arms high. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, little lift. Exhale, fold. Walk your feet over to the left edge of the mat, bringing the inner edges of the feet together. Walk your hands over here to the right side of the mat. Lengthen your spine again, and on your exhale, bend the knees and bring them to the outside of your left arm. Pushing the knees over to the left, bring your left elbow toward the outer right knee and your right elbow toward your right hip. Push into your knees with your left hand. And you can either stay here, taking this deep twist in the squat, or you can bring the weight onto your hands and pick up your feet. You can also take your head down if you like. Lower your feet and bring yourself back up. Straighten your legs and bow back into forward bend. Walk your feet over to the right edge of your mat. Inhale here, long back. Walk the hands over to the left, and on your exhale, bend the knees and drop into your tight little squat with the knees pushing over to the right. Right elbow comes to the knee here. Left elbow comes to the hip. Spread your hands wide. Lean over onto your elbows if you like, and pick up your feet. You can lower your head. Bring yourself back down. Straighten your legs. Bow back into forward fold. Soften your knees and bring yourself back up. Inhale again. Sweep the arms up. Exhale and fold back down. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees and come down to seated. Roll your shoulders back and come down onto your back. Walk your shoulders underneath the heart, anchoring into your feet. Pick up your hips. And then interlace your hands under the body, walking onto your triceps. Come up into a little bridge pose. Come up to the tiptoes and bring your hands under your hips. And then you can pick up your feet and extend them up. You have the option to stay here, or you can push yourself up into a shoulder stand. You have the option from here to drop one foot behind you and possibly the other, coming into plow. Take first one foot up, then the other, making sure to brace your lower back. Drop the hips into your hand, and then first bend one knee, taking that foot down, and then the other. Lower your heels and return to your bridge. Release your hands and bring your hips back down to the floor. Pull the knees into your chest and rock a little bit from side to side. Roll onto your right side in a fetal pose. Tucking your knees up close to your chest, take your right hand and brace the knees, and then lower your left shoulder back down, extending your left arm out beside you into a simple abdominal twist. And if your knees slide apart a little bit, that's fine. In this pose, you can stay right where you are, or if you'd like to, you can bring the foot of your left foot into your right hand. And it'll be very much like that standing balance that we performed at the wall. If you have a hold of the foot, let it go, and roll back onto your back. Rock a little bit from side to side again. And then onto your left side, same fetal pose. And then stacking your knees, placing your left hand on top of the thigh, open your right shoulder, and extend your right arm beside you. You have the option to remain here with knees bent, or you can take a hold of the right foot with your left hand and straighten that leg. Release your right foot if you're holding onto it and roll back onto your back. Draw your knees into the chest again, and this time take the knees wide, flexing both ankles. Reach up between your knees and take hold of your feet, and then pick your feet up so that your shins are vertical, and start to pull against your feet. If you find you roll way up onto your back for this, hold on to your ankles instead of to your feet. You want to keep your waist and your sacrum mostly down. Draw the knees out wide and pull with your arms to bring the knees a little closer to the floor. Bring the soles of your feet together, and then release your feet to the floor, coming into a fully reclined cobbler's pose. You can lift and lower your hips a few times until you feel like you're resting in a comfortable position. For me, I've got a little gap below my waist. For you, you may feel more comfortable if you don't. If you have the hips tucked a little, you just decide where you're most comfortable, allowing your knees to drop out to the side and walking your shoulder blades a little closer together. Take a few long, deep breaths here. And if you enjoy this pose as it is, you can make this your final relaxation pose and remain here in reclined cobbler for the next few minutes. If you prefer, you can bring your knees up and extend your legs out long. Open your feet out toward the corners of your mat and take a traditional Shavasana. Breathe deeply into your low belly and keep your face and your jaw relaxed, sinking a little more weight into your shoulders and into your hips. And remain in your final relaxation pose for as long as you like. When you're ready to come up, bring your knees in toward the chest. Hold on to the shins and rock a little from side to side. And then when you're ready to come up to seated, roll onto your right side and push yourself back up. Return your hands to heart center. Take a deep inhale and bow toward your fingertips on your exhale with gratitude for yourself, for your practice, and for the intention you chose to guide your practice today. And decide how your intention can guide you throughout the rest of your day, the rest of your week, off of your mat. I thank you very much for sharing your time with me, for sharing your practice with me, and with each other. Namaste.